Hey, hi, hello, and welcome to the Zodiac Academy, Heartless Sky, Part 2.
Chapters 31 through 71, I think.
A lot. 31 through the end.
The end. Plus bonus chapter.
Hey, I'm not okay.
Right.
What the fuck did we just read? How fucking dare you? And what now? And what now?
And what happens next?
We
go to a novella tandem read.
I just don't even know what to say.
Well, we're going to start off the top because I know people are going to ask about it. For 8 and 8.5, we are going to do the tandem read. Sweet Angel producer Tomy is going to insert graphic here and or link to how we read, how I read next.
And we'll post it on socials as well for you guys to screen grab.
Yeah. Which I know that you're narrating 8.5 and 8. So love you, buddy.
Can't wait.
You're doing amazing.
I'm really excited.
All right.
about
we
it.
are going to jump in because there is simply too much to discuss.
I know, but I feel like we run out of steam by the time we get to the end because these episodes have become so long because there's so many chapters to cover. So just like off the top, I do like, we all know how this book ends now, right? Of course, if you're listening, you've read the books, you know.
The Darius of it all is really hurting
What
me.
the fuck?
Like, the chain being yanked, we were literally yanked around in the last like 10 chapters of this book.
I am sick and I just need us. Can we talk about the end now, I guess, or do you really want to wait?
I just like don't want people not to tune into the end of the episode. Like,
no, I know. I know. I'm
much
just
like the Twisted Sisters, we must yank you around.
Okay. You're right.
Okay.
I will try to remember all of my thoughts by the time we get to the end.
That's okay.
Because there are numerous.
Yeah. And I'm going to do my best to summarize these. You know how we get at the end of these chapters or at the end of these books, like the chapters are happening so quickly. So chapter 31.
Okay.
And Tory?
Oh, I was there. Okay.
Oh, proud of you.
Great.
Okay, so let's get it started.
Let's dive in.
Chapter 31 is from Tory's POV. Dun 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 dun. Another murder at the compound by the hands of some like big hairy ass fae, because we do get a glimpse. I know, and I can't wait to say that I was right. Just know that's the first thing I said to Katie when we discussed that we were recording today. I was like, do I say it now? Darius and Tory round up the troops to investigate.
Well, we had a few things that we predicted.
Correct.
It wasn't. Did. We
wasn't
did.
The only one.
We did really good here, I think.
Right. We've read.
Well, it's as if we picked up the clues. It's like we did our homework, we did the reading.
You know what?
And we say, "Yay!" We
reading comprehension is the children don't do reading comprehension anymore. So, and this is on public education from the 90s.
Okay. Well, oh yeah, both of us. Yeah.
Woo! All right. Gabriel interrupts the search with a missive. Look at the use of that word, missive, for the twins.
Proud of you.
They have to go to the Palace of Flames to, quote, fulfill their destiny. Okay. There is still no cure for Darcy's curse, but at the palace, where they get locked in, they will be guided by the spirits of the Phoenix past to become true phoenixes. Phoenixies? Sure. Okay, great. That is how we end chapter 21. I'm sorry, I'm just checking off my notes. Chapter 32, we head to Darcy's POV. We are still at the Palace of Flames, which is...
Sorry, just a quick little...
Sure.
Are we here yet about how long it's going to take?
No, that happens. That happens next.
Okay.
We are still at the Palace of Flames, and it's a very Phoenix forward decor here.
Very Phoenix forward, I would say.
You know what I'm
Bird
imagining?
heavy.
I'm imagining it sort of like Versace X Phoenix.
Oh my god!
Like,
okay. Yeah,
gilded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's kind of what I think I was visualizing. Like the whole like palace to be was basically the Versace
The Versace mansion.
Versace mansion in
Rip.
Miami.
Gianni. Okay, so we meet Miss Avalon Vega.
Ooh.
And we have complex feelings about her throughout these chapters. However, she is the queen that banished Lavinia to the shadows. So for that, correct. So this is
It's
where
complicated, I would say.
Yeah,
complicated.
We have feelings. The stars gift her with enough information to help guide the girls. So essentially, she's been placed here to wait for the Vega twins to come back to the Palace of Flames to fulfill their destiny. And the stars are going to give her just enough help to do so. Queen Avalon is going to be the guide for this experience, and she predicts that the twins will fight each other to determine who will win the crown. And the girls are like, funny, no, we won't be doing that. Mm-hmm. The stars whisper to the girls, keep the broken promise here. Do we know what that is?
I mean, I have an idea. I think it has to do. Go ahead.
Have we been told before this? I didn't recall that.
No. I think it's the promise that Darius makes Tory later.
Got it. Okay.
Because remember, he says, "I can't release you from this star vow if I die."
Sure. Got it.
So I think this is more,
that's the broken promise that we're referring to.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. But at this point in the reading, we've got, as far as I know, no reference for what this is.
I thought maybe I had just missed it and was being a big old dumb
I
dummy.
thought I was being dumb too, because I kept going like, what are we talking about? Like what are we talking about? That's the only thing by the end of this reading, that's the only thing I could come up with.
And then I was like, well, maybe there's something revealed about the promise between like Lavinia and Avalon, aka the Phoenix Queen, that we're supposed to. I don't know.
Maybe
it was just said in a way that we were supposed to understand, and I thought that simply can't be true.
I don't know.
Avalon cast Phoenix Fire that turns into a phoenix. The power of the Phoenix Fire won't fully be unlocked until the girls can set their phoenixes free in the same way. So like they have to cast their magic. It literally like turns into a magic bird. And that is when their Phoenix Fire their phoenixes will truly be free. And they will have like passed the test.
Hey, I have beef with her. Big beef. Because you're telling me that she couldn't sense the curse in Darcy? That there was something off, and that Darcy was still strong enough to pass this test.
Curses of the shadows.
And yet later,
Curse of the Shadows. Sure.
Anyway.
I think that there are some plot holes to be discussed later. Potential
I
plot
just
holes.
like don't. Sure.
For who, for why, for how. Right. Anything else you'd like to add for chapter 32, other than your thoughts on how come she didn't know?
The only other thing I want to add is that she says she doesn't know how long this is going to take.
Correct.
She being
Open-ended
Avalon,
invitation.
and that like, yeah, it could take you a week. It could take you 3 years. We don't know how long you're going to be here, but you're here until you fucking figure it out.
Correct.
Basically.
You are imprisoned.
I am your captain now.
Correct. Yeah.
I think they could leave if they wanted to, but they could leave and it wouldn't. They just wouldn't have fulfilled their like max potential.
Oh no, they're locked in.
Well, I know, but I think that they can leave. I think they're choosing to stay to like do this.
I was under the impression that they were like, no, you're here now. You must figure it out.
Yeah.
And all they got to eat are these damn mangoes.
The mangoes was a funny.
The mangoes are. So then I'm like, where are we? Like, where are we supposed to be? Where are we envisioning
South America,
this?
I guess.
Is that, yeah?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All I can think of is the Temple of Doom. I'm like,
Oh, that's all I can visualize.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so chapter 33, we head to Orion's POV. So Darius and Lance are hunting for the killer. Remember, we are back at the burrows now. So the girls are off. They spend a good portion of this book not in the burrows with us, or the back half of this book. Mm-hmm. So Darius and Lance are hunting for the killer, which we saw previously, and they run into Justin Masters, who, if you'll remember, is a Cerberus, cleaning off his bloody sweatshirt.
Oh, and engaged to
Geraldine. Yes.
On the down low still? I think.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
Sure.
is how are we're not going back to school. So we were going to graduate and then announce that we're getting married. So anyways, so now we're like, is Justin the killer? All they've ever told us about Justin is how he's such a nice boy.
He's very nice. He's a very sweet boy.
So like killer in plain sight? I don't know. I do know, but like at this point, we don't know. Geraldine and Hamish stumble upon the scene, aka the murder scene, and demand that proper protocol happen. This is the first time in this entire book that we've had any sort of like chain of custody. And Jerry goes all fish badass on Justin because, again, she's betrothed to him and she's like, how could you do this to us? You're a killer. What do you mean? Geraldine ends up telling Darius and Lance that Gabriel has whisked the girls away on the whims of fate because the boys don't know this. This whole interaction with the girls going to the Temple of Flames happens without any of the heirs knowing. Darius freaks the fuck out because remember, he's got a expiration date. And so he's like, what do you mean? Now my not mate is like gone. Not taking it well. He's not handling it well, and I can't blame him. And neither is Orion, really. But
yeah, but Orion is not as freaked out because he
like,
doesn't
I've got
have
eternity.
impending doom of like, and I'm going to die on Christmas Day.
Right. Darius and Lance encounter Leon outside of Gabriel's room, and after some banter, Leon has a quest, that's air quotes, quest for them to go on to steal Leon's dad's Infinity Stone.
Yeah, because as it turns out, being one of the best thieving families in Solaria has paid off.
Right. So now he's got to steal from his own family. And he, if you read Ruthless Boys...
Does he really steal it? He kind of just walks in and takes it.
Sure.
Stealing is...
But Leon has complicated feelings about his dad.
Yeah, because Rory is in Darkmoor
Is still in
right
Darkmoor
now.
Penitentiary.
Right.
As far as we're aware, at least. Lance recruits Caleb... and by proxy, Seth now. They go to Alestria, and the heirs don't love it there. They're like, ooh, this is kind of dirty, gross, cracked in vibes. There is a weird, gross spider scene and a weirder pube convo. They do end up getting the stone with relative ease and make it back to the burrows.
Yep.
It was too easy, some might say.
Well, they did run into that scary spider thing.
Right, I don't like that. But like
Didn't care for
otherwise
that.
getting the actual Infinity Stone from the safe was relatively easy.
Well, again, it was his family's own safe. It's not like he had to actually break in. He just had to go borrow it from his stash.
Just felt sus to me. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Darius is
Back at the ranch.
That's what I keep calling.
Okay.
Back at the mound. I don't know.
No, that's
Worse?
That's worse.
Darius is breadcrumbing that he won't be here long. Eye roll.
Nobody asked a follow-up question. Not one is asked. It's
Boys. There is a weird Seth interlude in this chapter because Seth is just being weird, per the usual. He can't help himself. And then Lance decides to put the Diego hat back on, and Darius comes with him. They meet Diego's dad, Miguel Polaris. He was trapped by Drusilla, a.k.a. his wife, and the Shadows, but now he says he wants to help the cause. He says that we need to get Vard's Shadow Eye to help them with the rifts, closing of the rifts.
because they'll be able to see them.
Right. Anything else you'd like to add from this chapter?
They're morons.
Yeah.
The guys are idiots.
I mean, they're boys. I don't know what to tell you.
No, I know.
How
I know.
hard could it be? Boys do it.
Yeah.
All right. So chapter 34 is from Lionel's POV.
I fucking hate this guy. I hate this guy.
He
sucks.
lame Lionel.
Lame Lionel.
I'd like to make some lame Lionel merch.
We should. You think
Twisted
they own
Sisters?
that? I'll do some research.
I mean, I'm happy to reach out to them and see if they'll give us exclusive rights to lame Lionel.
Perfect.
All right, chapter 34, Lionel. Lionel is about to get his comeuppance, and I can't wait. Well, comeuppance round 1. He's feeling very horny, and Lavinia is no longer doing it for him. So, interstage right, Stella. She asks for Lionel to spare Lance, and Lionel doesn't take it well. He's like, why would you spare that betraying little piece of crap. But he's like gonna fuck her anyways until Lavinia interrupts him. He gets real close, flies down, and I'm like, this is so ick. It's so ick. Stella, come on. Tyler Corbin writes a full article about Catalina, her marriage to Hamish, and what a piece of shit Lionel was to her. And it gets published. And then Lavinia kills Lionel's butler in this chapter for seemingly no reason at all. She was feeling bored, hee hee ha ha, and then proceeds to force Lionel to marry her and fuck her.
Let's just quick pause just for 1 second. I find it interesting that Lionel is more upset about the death of his butler than quite literally anything else that is
Good butler's hard to find. It's so crazy.
What a crazy thing to say on the internet. That's crazy.
That's what he says.
Yeah, but no, he is completely deranged.
You know what? The theme of Lionel should be good butler's hard to find.
Maybe that should be our merch. And then on the back, Lionel. And then in quotes, lame Lionel. Thumbs down.
Thumbs down emoji.
He fucking sucks. They all are such assholes.
So there is not a single likable thing about him.
But okay.
Oh?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Now I'm moving on to Lavinia. Claire got removed from your inside. Mm-hmm. You got removed from Claire's inside.
Sure.
You and Claire have been separated. Clara. Why are we still calling Lionel Daddy? I thought that was a Clara thing.
Well, she's been
Lavinia has
Clara
now
for a long time.
Lavinia has now picked up this little colloquialism because it's grossing me out beyond. And considering what happens in the next couple, go on.
Yeah,
just keep going.
This whole thing is very weird and ick and gross. But Lavinia makes Lionel fuck her. She ends up pregnant and
nope, we're moving past this way too fast. She rapes this man. Let's just call it what it is.
Well, it starts out as consensual and then
consent is quickly taken back. She rapes him. She does.
Sure.
And then up the booty to make him ejaculate immediately. And the second I'm reading this, I just want you to know I knew exactly what was about to happen.
We talked about this in one of the last episodes.
Literally,
Shadow Baby.
the last episode. Cut to Game of Thrones, season 3, episode whatever. The shadow demon baby claws its way out of her womb. It was horrifying. And I go, I wanted to go, excuse me, we've seen this before.
It also happens
fast.
The incubation period is like 35 seconds.
Well, that's how it is with the shadow baby too, I think. In Game of Thrones.
Is it?
I think so.
I thought she was pregnant for more than a second.
Who's to say? Who's to say? But I just want you to know, take this as number 1.
Clock it.
Clocked it. You can clip it from the last episode. We fucking predicted this. And this shadow demon baby that's born.
Yep. Okay, she ends up getting pregnant and giving birth within the span of a minute. And now we have a mutant shadow baby running around.
I just want to read something to you guys from page 563 because this really fucking disturbed me. He's here, Lavinia gasped, and I shuddered, trying to get free, but I was bound in place and she wouldn't let me look away. The creature dragged itself fully out of her body, the thing the size of a baby, but nothing like one. Its limbs too long, its head too bulbous.
Ooh.
And the moment it slithered free of its mother, it stood up, walked on 2 legs, its eyes glowing red, and its body smooth and wet with some black substance that dripped to the floor at its webby feet.
It's giving alien.
Hang on. Say hello, baby, Lavinia encouraged. Hello, Daddy.
Can you not make
It growled in a voice of nightmares.
That will haunt me. That voice you just did will haunt me. Needless to say, Lionel is rapidly realizing that things are not well, and he's freaked the fuck out.
He has a shadow hand.
Sure.
he just got booty raped by his lady wife queen person.
Sure.
And she just
Birth.
I don't even want to say gave birth. A creature
Hatched.
out of her.
I would like for us to no longer speak of this because it is making it, I'm having a visceral reaction in which I would like to rock back and forth in a dark corner. Okay?
Keep it moving.
Nightmare fuel.
Yep.
So that's how we end that chapter with Lionel. In chapter 35, we head over to Max's POV, seemingly one of the only sane people we've got around town. Poor Max is having a really hard time because he is stuck underground in the burrows with all of these people and all of their emotions. And it's, for a siren, that is very hard. Caleb joins him in the bathhouse. He's like having a little moment to himself and confides in him that he's obsessing about Seth. Max is like, hey guy, could you talk to Lance? Like maybe Lance is close to Seth. Like maybe he can help you navigate
Which
this.
is hilarious.
Well,
because
Darcy's not there to do it.
Lance wants to be anywhere but close to Seth.
But Darcy's not there to do it. So the next closest thing to Darcy is Lance.
Well, and also Lance and Caleb are now special.
Sanguis fraternis.
They're frat bros.
Yeah, they're blood brothers. Caleb tells Max that they have to go meet the gang and Gabriel in the cafeteria because Gabriel has a plan. A man with a plan. Yeah, I feel like Gabriel's the only one that ever has a plan.
And Lance.
Sure, Lance.
Because, they're the adults.
Well, right.
Right.
Gabriel tells all the rebels that they have to start planning Bard's death to overwhelm his sight, because remember, he's a seer, so he won't see the Scooby Gang coming for his eyeball, his shadow eyeball, tonight, this very night. This is why the Ruthless Gang has been pulling pranks on Lionel. The Ruthless Gang being the gang from the Ruthless Boys.
Got it.
That's what I referred to him, a.k.a. Gabriel's family. Also, can I tell you something that is stupid that I just realized?
Yeah.
We never hear Elisa's name.
Never.
And it's because they want you to read Ruthless Boys.
Right.
I just put two and two together. I'm like, why can't we just call the violet-haired girl?
No, they just say he just says my wife.
Correct. My wife.
And it also never refers to the other boys as her husbands either.
Correct. It's just Gabriel's family. Mm-hmm. No further.
Right. Mm-hmm. Did that occur to you right this moment?
No. In this book.
Got it.
In this book, I was like, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I never claimed to be that smart. All right. Chapter 36 is from Darius's POV. Darius, Orion, and
Geraldine has been put in charge of the retrieval committee of the Eye. So it's going to be Darius, Geraldine, Max. No, Caleb.
Darius, Orion, and Geraldine are on the mission.
No, all the heirs go. Because Seth is there too. But then they split up into two groups.
Yes. They in this
part.
Sorry.
Got it. Yes.
Yes.
So it's the heirs plus Lance and Geraldine are going to sneak into the palace.
Correct.
But Geraldine has to be in charge because she's the most unpredictable, according to Gabriel.
Correct. I am imagining that she's like Grinch running. Do you know what I mean?
1,000%
around, just like scurrying to and fro. Darius, Orion, and Geraldine are on a mission to get Bard's shadow eye. The other boys are sort of like a distraction technique, if you will. They've made it to the Palace of Souls and are following Geraldine, as you noted. Darius almost spills the beans to Orion about his impending doom, but don't worry, he locks that shit down and Orion doesn't really ask a lot of further questions.
They also, another thing that happens too before they leave is Gabriel gives them very strict instructions. Do not kill Vard tonight.
Correct.
And to that I say, we better have a massive fucking payoff because they had a chance. And they didn't do it. And then it comes back later and absolutely bites Team Good Guy in the ass in a colossal manner.
Yeah.
So I need to understand Vard's role in this later, or I have a lot of questions for Gabriel. Well, I already do have like 1,000 questions for Gabriel, but this one particularly.
To this I say, we create problems to solve them.
I'm not pleased with that decision.
Okay, great.
Because we had our chance to have this little slimy fucker dealt with, and we didn't.
Duly noted.
Thank you.
The record has reflected your
Thank you very much.
Discontent.
Thank you.
All right. We find out in this chapter that the girls have been gone for 1 month at their little retreat, if you will, Phoenix retreat. Geraldine finds a room that has Marissa, aka Mama Vega, portrait in it, and they are gifted a vision of how their futures would have been if the Savage King weren't murdered.
This is so unnecessary and just so sad for no reason. Like, why?
Yep.
Why did we need this?
Yep.
We also find out too that Darcy and Lance would have found each other.
Correct.
And so would Darius and Tory. Which, if this doesn't tell you right now that they're Elysian mates, I don't know what would have.
We've been talking about it for months at this point.
I understand, but like,
all right. But that also should give us hope that how we leave on the end of this book, that they have always been fated to be with each other. So I have a feeling that we're going to find our way back to each other. Chapter 37 is from Seth's POV. Seth and the rest of the Scooby Gang are tasked with distracting Lionel, Lavinia, and the nymphs. This is because they've now split up, right? Seth saves Caleb from Lionel and death while confessing his love to Caleb, but not like fully. He's like, but I like love you, man.
Yeah, we also have some of the Ruthless Gang in this squad as well. This is a pretty big squad.
Sure.
Washer is also with them. I don't know why he's there, but like, okay.
Listen, Washer is helpful in some of these.
He is. But this is a pretty big group. It's not just the other heirs.
Sure.
The other 3 heirs. Because only one, Lance, is not an heir. Go on.
You good?
Okay. Yep.
Chapter 38 is from Orion's POV. We are still in the mission get the shadow eyeball from Vard. This is the Vard encounter. Geraldine gets us to the chambers where Vard is fast asleep, and she proceeds to use an ice cream scoop to essentially melon ball his eye. Ew. She's pretty pleased with herself, though.
It's her grandmama's eye plucker.
Vomit. Geraldine finds herself bound to the ceiling by shadows, and the creepy shadow baby proceeds to attack Orion and Darius, right? And it's mentioned here, it's so weird how they look like, it looks like Xavier and Darius. This creature, the face looks kind of like, because they don't know that
they
this
have
is
no
their
idea.
shadow brother.
This is the new heir. Lionel's new heir.
The boys manage to dispense with the shadow baby relatively easily. And I'm like, almost too easy.
Yeah, we also find out that the baby is not a baby. It's like a full grown, like half spider creature thing now.
I don't care for it. I'm glad that the shadow baby is dead, but also it just felt like
it was a little too easy. It was a little too easy.
And I kept going, is this going to come back? Is it going to reanimate?
Well, as we know, that's not impossible.
Yeah. All right. Chapter 39, we are back to Caleb's POV. Caleb and Seth are over at the Fib to break out the detainees. So they have gone on a side quest here. Caleb is casting an illusion to distract Lionel and Lavinia because they were not at a Crux Manor, right? So the boys have broken off to go try and get everybody out that they can save of the rebels. And Caleb is using this illusion to distract them so that Max and Xavier can get the real rebels out. Cal and Seth get a good shot in at Lionel, but Lavinia, of course, is there.
This is like the 4th time that Lavinia has saved his ass. And again, I think we said this last episode. If somebody could just like take him on, it's fine.
It's fine. Cal and Seth get a good shot in again, but Lavinia saves Lionel. until she retreats because their heir. We know what this means, right? She's like, my heir, or our heir, I think is what she says. We know what, as the reader, know what this means, but again, the boys don't. So they are like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. All we know is it just causes them to retreat. Lionel, Lavinia, Stardust, poof, and the boys run into the Fib, and they're scared. The Fib are scared shitless. Sorry, I wrote that kind of incorrectly. The Fib are like, oh no, the rebels, the heirs. The boys decide not to kill them because they would like to use them to deliver the message to Lionel et al. All of his followers that like, we're coming for you. We need you guys to do the right thing and denounce Lionel, and we'll spare you. Then we're using some more Stardust, and we're back to the burrows again.
Yep.
We have a Dante and Elise spotting here. There is a bathhouse debrief with the boys until Geraldine shows up, and she's like, free the titties, save the city. And Max is like, absolutely not. All of you get the fuck scram. You got to go. Nobody can see Geraldine's titties.
I think everybody's seen him at this point, but sure.
Right. It's a nice thought. Washer is doing his washer thing again. He's at the bottom of the pool, being gross and lurking. This chapter ends with Seth giving Caleb a blowy.
Is that the same episode? Or the same chapter? Oh, okay.
Yep. And Caleb's, because they scram out of the bathhouse and back to their room.
Right.
Caleb's inability to articulate that he's nervous about reciprocating freaks Seth out, and Seth immediately shuts down and says something cringe about a BFF BJ.
Mm-hmm. And a peace sign.
Correct. Gotta go. I feel
so relatable.
I feel kind of bad for him.
Okay. Oh, you hate me? Okay, bye. Like, it's fine. Honestly, I hate me too. Bye.
You're like, just had the best BJ of my life.
This is just too much for me.
I just want them to talk.
Like, speak a sentence
to each other. Like, come on.
Yeah,
it's just,
you guys
it's
are
getting a little too much there.
This is where I remind everyone that they're 20 years old.
Sure. I guess. Okay, chapter 40 is from Seth's POV. Seth is not doing well after this rejection.
We go on a fucking spot. And you know what? This is the most relatable I think Seth has ever been.
Right.
He's like, a peace sign? A peace sign?
What was I doing? The anxiety.
It's like, just funny. It's just...
You need a Xanny, my friend?
It's very relatable.
He's just like having a hard time. So he got rejected by the perceived love of his life, Caleb.
Sure.
After bestowing the best BJ he's ever given. And he has no pack down there. So Darcy's gone. He's like, I don't have anybody. I need some human touch.
So where does he go? The least touchy-feely man maybe in this whole operation.
I do sort of love this opposites attract.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah. So he manages to end up alone in a tunnel, one of the tunnels in the burrows. He's like crying. He'll say whimpering in air quotes. And Orion happens to also be in the same tunnel eating his dinner in the dark, because he's been power shamed, and he was like, being in the cafeteria is really hard for me.
I just want this to be over, the power shaming.
It finally relents.
Oh my God.
And like cuddles him, and
this is how I imagine him going.
It's like when we touch.
There.
It'll be okay, buddy.
Please stop crying. Why?
You'll be fine.
I'm going to regret this. Why are you crying?
You good? Okay. You're good, right?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
You're fine. I'm
not good.
Shake it off. Walk it off, babe. So Seth does get to cuddle Lance, and he shares his feelings. Because naturally, you give Seth an inch, and he takes a mile. So
I gave Cal a Tiberian tip swirler.
It's
it's funny.
Cringe.
It's funny.
Okay, chapter 41. We are back to the girls at the Palace of Flames. Remember, they are not with us at the Burrows. I said, girls are still at the Palace of Flames learning their phoenixes and eating mangoes.
That's literally all you need to know.
Well, here are some things we learn in this chapter. The girls learn that they can gift a smaller amount of phoenix flames across a larger amount of weapons at one time. Important.
Yeah, instead of imbuing so much power into one, they can...
We learn that the phoenix kiss is a gifting an ember of their flames to another person.
And they'll never get that back.
And they will never get it back.
So wait, can we recap really quick who has that right now? We know Darius and Lance.
Do they have embers?
Well, Darius, we know Darius is because of the cuff, right?
Right.
Yeah, and then that's what fights off, yes.
Okay, so they have embers. So they,
But does Lance also?
I don't think so.
Okay, so just Darius.
Because I think Lance just has the
Sword.
Yeah.
Okay. Feels like that could have been useful to maybe gift all of your friends that.
I just don't know that they knew that that's what they were doing. I'm just saying.
Oh no, Xavier has it too because they burned the phoenix. They burned the dark,
shadows out of him. Shadows?
The dark coercion, but maybe not. Maybe not. I think you're right. I think Darius is the only one that actually has a.
Or wait. No. Catalina. Doesn't Catalina have it?
No, I think they just burned it out of them.
Okay.
I don't think that. I think you're right. I think Darius is the only one that has the actual like phoenix kiss. The actual like, because he's got the cuff.
Right.
And then later on.
Okay, I don't want to talk about that yet. We learn that phoenixes can create chalices that burn away the effects of most poisons. I said,
again,
familiar?
Right.
Just saying.
Dante. Or Dante's cup.
Right.
How did he get a hold of that?
Right. Phoenixes are not immortal, despite the rumors. They cannot revive the dead, also despite the rumors, which would come in handy, and I feel like there's going to be a workaround to that. Their tears can help create elixirs that can cure some Fey diseases. And then there is this thing called the Phoenix Song.
This is your Fogwarts alert. Fawkes the Phoenix in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
He cries into Harry on the basilisk.
Correct.
Anyway.
Bite
Yes. And heals him.
Bite? Yeah, I guess that's
it was from his fang.
So the Phoenix Song can rally armies, block out pain, and instill courage. Just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. Just keep it in mind. Keep me in mind. Yeah. All right. We get the final test from Queen Avalon in this chapter. It is for the girls to duke it out for the crown. Of course, they said...
Between the twins.
Yes. The only one can ascend, according to her, and claim the Phoenix crown, which is, again, different than the crown of Solaria, but it is a crown nonetheless.
What are we talking about, you guys?
Supposedly very important.
What are we doing here?
It's like an onion, layers. The girls, of course, refuse to do this and manage to fuse their magic together and create a sort of bomb, a phoenix bomb of power, banishing Avalon. So we killed her. She's already dead, but like
banished her.
Sure. And split the crown in half. And on if you would turn to page 643 for me, about a third of the way, 2/3 of the way down the page, it says a stone tablet lay before the after they banish her, they go like back through the temple, if you will. They take a shower under this golden waterfall. It washes away all of the muck, grime, etc., and washes away really all of their fears and what is the word I'm looking for? Hesitations. And then we find a stone tablet lay before the tumbling golden liquid, and we move towards it, finding words scratched into it with what looked like charcoal. Quote, a true fae takes fear captive and refuses its call, which is like what they did, right? So that is the last of their test. The girls make their way back out to the surface and head to the burrows to reunite with the gang. Darius and Tory fuck like rabbits, and he says he's going to take her to the mortal realm to New York City on a date. And she can buy whatever she wants and have all the room service she wants. Very cute. It seems like that is too happy to happen to us. Chapter 42 is from Gabriel's POV. Gabriel and Orion have a talk about what Orion is going to do about being power shamed and how it will impact Darcy's reign. Basically, Gabriel is like, I don't blame you. I would do the same thing. Mm-hmm. But also, you two are fated, and we've got to figure this out.
Yep.
So Gabriel is seeing lots of really bad outcomes with the fates right now, and it's not well. Then Xavier plays this weird pube growth prank on Gabriel, and
absolutely incredible.
The whole time I'm like, this is so dumb, this is so dumb, this is so dumb, and then I was like, oh right, he made the deal
with Ryder,
correct,
/ Carson,
correct, to play the prank on Gabriel, and I was like, oh, that's what this was all about.
Yep.
Chapter 43 is from Xavier's POV. This is the aftermath of his prank on Gabriel. And the Tyler Sophia situation finally comes to a head. No pun intended.
Yes, it does.
Tyler and Xavier battle it out for who is going to be Dom of the herd. Xavier wins. Mm-hmm. There is then a super hot threesome, because we know that Sophia's into both of them, and she wanted this all along for them to sort it out so that they could all be together. Mm-hmm. And boy, are they. But we can't have anything nice, so of course, there's another murder. Justin Masters can't be the killer because he's been in custody under Cyclops invasion the whole time, so it certainly can't be him.
Mm-hmm. I don't think the word you meant was invasion.
Yeah, an invasion by the Cyclops in his head?
Oh, I thought you meant like under like lock and key, because he's been like a holding
No, he's
cell.
been locked up, and the Cyclops has been going through his brains trying to get any sort of...
Well, no, we find out that they've not done that because the queens aren't there to issue the
right.
So he's just been kind of in
right. I forgot that
cell.
Because they weren't there to decree it so,
or to decree it so. That's
yes.
Right.
Gabriel makes. Here's what I wrote. Let me read this. Another murder. Justin Masters isn't the killer. Darcy's back. Just saying. Okay. Gabriel makes Sorry, that's what I refer to Xavier in my notes. So Gabriel makes Xavier clean up all of the pubes as his punishment.
As he should.
Correct. That was so
what a little
foul.
shit. That was so funny.
Chapter 44, we head back to Geraldine. I love the Jerry chapters. Hamish tells Geraldine that it would be okay if she didn't want to marry Justin, even though he's going to be cleared. Like it's okay.
I don't understand why we don't take this out. I do not understand this.
Justin?
No, Geraldine, that she just will not take the out that's being given to her.
Take this out. Got it.
Take the out, get out of this marriage arrangement with Justin. Sure. Like, what are we doing?
Her reasoning is because her mother always told her that you needed to be a lady of your word, and that was like the most important thing. And she simply can't let it go.
I guess.
Justin is now free, but Geraldine cannot stomach the thought of being with him.
Right.
Yep. Max then professes his love for Geraldine, and she finally accepts it. She's finally like, you know what? You're right. Anything else you'd like to add?
Nope.
Okay. Chapter 45, we are from Lionel's POV.
Again.
Vard is on death row of sorts unless he gets a vision. Basically, Lionel
Vard
has lost all faith in his seeing abilities.
Yeah, since he lost his special eye.
And he doesn't really understand why the heirs would want his Vard's shadow eye, but he has a hinky feeling about it. Lionel's having a night with the king, that's in air quotes, to celebrate himself. But it goes all wrong as this reporter, Portia, outs Lionel in his lies with the help of Dante Escura.
Yeah, it was giving Caesar Flickerman in Hunger Games. This is all I could think about when they do those like interviews during the Hunger Games with like Caesar, and they like do all the different like and meet the candidate, whatever.
This is so funny. Okay.
That's what I was visual. And then he's up there and you can tell he's obviously like this was a what is it called? Like a gotcha.
A setup. Yeah.
Yeah, like a gotcha interview.
Yeah.
And she fucking gets his ass. It was awesome.
I said it's giving Donald Trump.
Well, sure. That's obvious. Yes.
So now I've decided that Lionel is just an avatar for Donald Trump.
Oh, sure.
And that's...
I don't want to give him that, though, because Lionel is actually quite powerful and, like, no.
But we do sure. find out later, or we find out in this chapter, that while powerful, he's not really that powerful.
Yeah, he fucking murdered his own brother.
Correct. He just is a small man that needs to kill others so that he feels big.
You know what? You're right. Fuck it.
Which also feels very Trumpian.
Sure.
All right, chapter 46 is from Darcy's POV. Darcy and Lance fight again about the power shaming of it all and how it's preventing them from for real being together.
Mm-hmm.
Lance then makes a very sweet grand gesture. So they get in an argument. Darcy storms off. Lance comes back, makes a grand gesture in front of everybody, which we know is not his style. He like writes on his bare chest. Of course he does, and stands on the top of a lunchroom table. We now have the shadow eye, right? From Bard.
Team good guy, yeah.
Team good guy, yes. But we also need a map of Espial in order to be able to use the shadow eye as like under like a magnifying glass of sorts to find the rifts. So let's just hold on to that thought for just a second. We have one of the two things that we need in order to start closing these rifts. Darcy and Lance finally have their divine moment in this chapter. It has taken forever. So the fates lead them out. They become Elysian mates, and they come out of their moment, and wouldn't you fucking know it, it's in front of a fib precinct. And they are immediately apprehended and put into custody.
They fuck in the back of a cop car.
They sure do.
It's awesome.
Fell in love in the back of a cop car.
They
is
also
the only
just
thing
like
I could think about.
They don't care. They're like
You're so enthralled
yes.
with each other that it doesn't matter.
Oh,
and it's Francesca
I was about to say,
arrests them.
Fucking Francesca.
And
we come back to her.
We do, but like I do feel a little bit bad for Francesca. She is watching
brutal.
them absolutely go at it in the backseat of this car. And there's nothing she can do about it. Chapter 47 is from Darius's POV.
Hang on, quick pause. Sorry, I don't think we said this earlier too. The girls were gone at the island, the Temple of Doom, for 4 months. They were gone for a long time. And I have to tell you, what Team Good Guy does while they're gone is jack all. Because what are we doing, gang?
We haven't solved who's killing
We
anybody.
haven't solved anything. What have y'all been doing this whole time?
Making my way downtown.
They've at least been trying to better themselves, power up. You know, their fucking Pokemon status, like, they're powering up, evolving.
Here's where I will tell you.
And these guys haven't done jack. I mean, I guess they got the eye. But, like, okay, what are we doing? What prep are we making? What plans have we made? Who also is powering up?
Here's where I will tell you that even though the heirs say they won't bend the knee to the Vegas, they already have.
Right.
Because, as you just pointed out, they've done almost nothing since the girls have been gone.
Right.
They're like, we don't know what to do.
I mean, I think that we are supposed to assume that they have continued on with their class lessons from Lance.
Sure.
With Geraldine and Justin and all the other kids from Zodiac that are in the camp.
Sure.
But like, okay.
Okay. Sure.
Anyway.
Chapter 47 is from Darius's POV. Gabriel gives Darius instructions to free Darcy and Lance from the fib with the help of Dante and Tory. So now...
Oh, Dante and Tory, yes.
Gabriel,
yes.
Darius, Dante, and Tory all need to go to the fib to bust out Lance and Darcy. We have success, thank God. Plus, Francesca gives us a map of Espial, so it's a win-win-win.
Yes.
Lance is like, no, come with us at the end after she hands it over. He's like, come with us, come back to the Burrows. And she refuses to, saying that she needs to remain a double agent. So that's a win for Team Good Guy. Listen, take a W where you can get it. Okay.
How is she supposed to get info to them?
I don't think that she is. I don't think that that's her purpose. I think that her purpose is to try and keep things from progressing as much as she can.
Okay.
Within her role at the Fib.
Okay.
Chapter 48 is from Orion's POV.
Sorry for 1 second. Yay! They're Elysian mates!
Oh.
Clocked it. We knew. Yay!
I mean, I hope everybody at home knew that too. That wasn't a
I think we
surprise.
need to have a...
At the end, should we have a tally of the things we clocked?
I don't know that we can name them all.
Like a W?
Yeah.
Tommy, we'd like you to go back through the tapes, please.
Absolutely not. Do not do that. Thomason, don't.
Chapter 48 is Orion's POV. We are now back at the Burrows, and it is revealed to the Scooby Gang that Lance and Darcy are mated, because they have silver rings.
That's
around
why
their
they
eyes.
got caught to begin with.
Correct. As predicted, this solves the power shaming. I also believe that was something that we clocked.
100%.
you
Well,
very
it solves a big internal, good guy problem.
Sure.
Team good guy issue.
They decide to party because they deserve a little happiness.
Agreed.
Seth wears a charmed / cursed cowboy hat from Leon and proceeds to have just this weird... It's a hee-hee. And Xavier is now caught in the crosshairs of prank wars. So that's really all that happens in that chapter.
Right.
Chapter 49 is from Caleb's POV. Tory
So sorry. Another little subtle foreshadowing in this chapter about something that you clocked. They are playing Truth or Dare, and one of them is what would you, if you could be another order form, what would you be? And Darcy says, I don't know, something fuzzy and cute or furry and cute that I could anyway.
Okay.
Just another little
Cute is a
wink.
stretch for what?
Yes, but furry and
Sure.
an animal shifter, maybe a bear is what she even says.
Yeah,
the bear shit, whatever.
I want to call it the Mongolian bear, but it's
that's definitely not right.
but it's something like that.
And then and Tyler Corbin writes a big article basically exonerating Lance, saying
yeah, he was
he
under duress.
published it.
He did
yeah,
it.
He did
to
it.
Save
His
Elysian
mate, and that basically everybody.
Yeah, Tyler,
kind of the unsung hero.
But I have some complicated feelings about Tyler.
Sure.
Because he's also still Perez Hilton, early 2000s.
Sure.
All right, chapter 49 is from Caleb's POV. Tory, again, prank wars. Tory decides to play a bit of a prank on Seth. She doesn't end up being able to go through with it, but it is the Kipling cum cake.
It's back.
Yep. Caleb is still pining for Seth. We find out that Rosalie Oscura is most definitely not interested in either Seth or Caleb because Caleb thinks that Seth has run off with Rosalie
at the party.
Mm-hmm. And so he slinks down to Rosalie's room and finds one of Rosalie's pack members eating box.
Whoa. Wow. What a crazy sentence. Okay, yeah.
Is that not what happens?
Yeah, but it's not that she's not. She likes everybody. She's bi.
Yeah, but she says that she is most definitely not interested in Seth or Caleb. And she's like, I've clocked what's going on between the two of you. I'm not
Don't
interested.
involve me. Yeah.
Chapter 50, we are back to Seth. Seth gets involved in Darcy and Orion's zipper snafu.
This
scene is so dumb. So Darcy and Orion are in the midst of
everybody's really drunk. I think
Yes. In the midst of getting busy. And Darcy goes to perform a task and her hair gets stuck in Lance's zipper. And in walks Seth and he's like, I know. I guess Seth has like been in here the whole time.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
been like lurking. They just didn't notice him because drunk and hot for each other. And Seth's like, I've had this snafu happen 1,000 times. I know how to, you gotta angle this way and angle that way. So he manages to get himself involved. And it looks like something else is happening. And Caleb busts in the room saying he, quote, needs his source, whisks him out, and Seth decides that it was just, you know, they kind of like talk about it a little bit, the incident, and it's just like a friend BJ and it's fine. But they still don't actually talk to each other. They just sort of fuck.
He and Caleb?
They don't fuck, but
no, they don't.
But there's just like some intimate
he
things
just
going.
like he just feeds off of him.
But it's like very sexual.
Sure, but they don't. There's no, they don't even kiss.
I just need them to like do it already. Let's get down to business. Chapter 51. We are back to Tory's POV. It is post-party. We are hungover as hell. And they decide to have a breakfast war room session with Geraldine. Tory ends up
War council.
Yes, but I like glazed over this because Tory has obviously been fucking the brains out of Darius and vice versa.
Oh, yeah.
So this is like a post-coitus war room sesh. Tory uses the shadow eye to read the Espinal map and finds the rifts. Gabriel interjects with Stardust and a plan for the pairings to sow the rifts. Caleb and Darcy go to the ravine of the Cragoon. An old legend of ancient and forgotten fae live there. This is the nymph sanctuary, right? Where we learn that the nymphs were not all bad and they learned to live amongst the fae.
For sure. Also, the Stardust thing comes up again. We are desperately low on Stardust. And the way Gabriel had to basically bribe Leon to give them the Stardust.
Correct. Everyone makes it back with relative ease. Too easy, some might say. The only ones that we encounter are Max and Darius, who encounter some sort of
so the team gets split into twosies, and everybody goes to their respective rifts.
Yep.
And then they come back.
But they all, with relative ease, they all sew these rifts up.
But this one is from, what chapter? Are we in Caleb's POV right now still? Tory. So we follow Tory and Orion.
Right.
They're paired together.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. We talk about the plan to get Lionel got. And finally, Darius's deal with the stars is revealed to the gang. So we spend the next couple of chapters dealing with the fallout of that. Because
everyone is
having a hard time. Chapter 52 is from Orion. The aftermath of the Darius is dying reveal. Gabriel confirms he can't see any way to stop the inevitable here. So, as it stands right now, the fates are showing that he's going to die. Mm-hmm. Darius asks Lance not to treat him any different now that he knows about his death timeline. Mm-hmm. And that's it from that POV. Then we flip back to Darius in chapter 53. Darcy and Darius have a really cute moment where she embraces him and says, I know that had to be really hard for you to hold on to for so long. Yeah. And thank you for loving my sister, etc.
But also, like, thank you for breaking the bonds too.
Correct.
Like,
yes. Yeah. Giving her a chance, essentially.
And after the reveal a couple chapters ago, as one you might imagine, Tory does a diva storm out after she finds out this info and is fucking fuming.
Which is understandable.
Totally.
She is big fucking pissed, and I get it.
100%.
So Tory does come back to him, and she says, listen, I'm not pleased with what's happening here, but I also don't want to spend our last moments being mad. I don't want to waste any time with you. She does, however, make him enter a star deal not to attack Lionel before the big battle and to stay and fight his death sentence. They proceed to then have hot sex. Darius, at post-coitus, asks Tory to marry him. She asks him to stay, a.k.a. to fight the deal that he's made with the stars. And they both agree to each other's deal. We have a wedding. A very quick, fast wedding. So this happens like that night. And then the next morning, they wake up. And Tory's like woken up before Darius. And she's like, let's quick, fast, and in a hurry. We can't give Geraldine any time to plan a big-ass wedding and to make this a spectacle. I said, bless Geraldine, because she is really the unsung hero here. I put a note in here. The strongest Fae wins the last name battle. So like who takes whose name. And we know that Tory is stronger. Is this a way out of the bargain that he made with the stars? Is my guess. Because he would no longer be Darius A. Crux then. And Darius A. Crux made a star bond.
What a great call. What a good fucking call. Yes. Yes, bitch. That is good.
I don't know if that's like how this is going to go down.
That is so good. What a good clock.
Wow.
That's really good.
Thank you.
That's really, really good. Yeah.
Yes.
I like it.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
How dare you don't say that? That's crazy. What a fucking good clock.
That feels very like Fae bargain to
but
me,
it's also very, yes, because it's very much in the wording.
Correct.
It's very trickstery, but it also is not dissimilar to what I think I said last episode, which was if he agrees to bend the knee, it basically changes the fate so much that like it breaks this.
Yep. So we'll have to
so
see.
Basically 2 part. Yes.
We'll have to see.
So good. I love it.
Chapter 54 is from Caleb's POV. We are post-wedding and it is a war rally of sorts. And Caleb gets a journal notification from mom. Remember, he has that journal 2-way. Lionel has called the counselors to his manor, which is weird because hasn't he been at the Palace of the Souls anyways? And he's got the spares there, but the parents can't see them unless they go to a Crux Manor. Eek. The heirs then sneak off without telling the rest of the Scooby Gang and decide to go to the manor. It's a bad plan.
I wanted to choke them because Darius goes, and he just made this deal. I'm not going to attack Lionel. And you're going straight. Anyway, yes, bad. Go on.
This is dumb.
Dumb.
Chapter 55 is from Darcy's POV. As predicted, the heirs leaving is a bad plan. And Lionel et al., meaning Lionel and Lavinia, attack the burrows. So the boys are away, and that leaves them sort of sitting ducks because while the girls are strong, the nymph army is overwhelming, and it's gonna end poorly. Jerry is again a badass and uses her earth magic to build escape tunnels so that they can get to the surface and at least have a fighting chance. Chapter 56, this is when things start to happen really quickly. So Chapter 56 is from Darius's POV. The boys are at A. Crux Manor trying to get inside. We hear Seth's mom screaming, and it is unwell.
All hell breaks loose, basically.
Chapter 57.
Or at least their plan, that the lack of plan, go out the window.
Correct. Chapter 57
Xavier
is back at the burrows. Xavier decides that today is the day he's had enough. He's going after his dad. He gets a good stab in with his horn, which has been imbued with Phoenix power, before Lavinia fucking does her shadow thing and binds him up again. Heals him.
And basically for the rest of the book, I guess we should say here forward, is basically the battle.
Correct. It is going to flip between A. Crux Manor and the big battle at the burrows.
Yeah.
Lionel rips off Xavier's wing, so he's down one wing, and he narrowly escapes death because Tyler and Sophia come to the rescue. That is Xavier's POV of the battle right now.
Okay, so we've got one team member down bad.
Correct.
Down bad. Let's just keep a count. Go on. I'll keep count.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Chapter 58 is Darius. This is the situation at Crux Manor is not well. The heirs get into Darius's old room and they get the stardust, thumbs up, and then they spot the spares and their parents being used, the heirs, the spares and their parents, minus Seth's mom and Caleb's mother.
Yes.
The two moms.
Yes.
being used as fuel for the shadows to feed Lavinia. This is very much black card energy. Okay? So just would like to clock that. They're standing in Darius's old room, and ring, ring, ring. An old Atlas rings with a call. It is Gabriel on the caller ID. They pick up, and he says, SOS, there's an attack at the burrows. You need to get back here. Darius, you have 8 minutes to get back. So they've just gotten this deposit of Stardust, and now immediately
are having to
use it. Darius makes it back in time to the burrows to see Xavier get his second wing ripped off. And Darius goes
ape shit.
Crazy mode.
Yeah.
Chapter 59 is from Darcy's POV. We are still at the burrows. All I said was, holy shit, this chapter. The battle is not going great, gang. Team Good Guy is having a hard time. Darius uses her... Darcy,
no, they're not having a hard time. They're getting their ass kicked.
They're getting their ass kicked. Yeah, it's bad. They're outnumbered and outmatched.
And their army can't get out of the tunnels fast enough to fight. It's
also
disaster.
They have the women, children, and elderly too down there that they are too trying to make sure that they save. So can
I also say they took way too many of the #Team Ruthless boys to get the women and children out. Like, we really could have used Leon. We really could have used Carson / Ryder.
I'm uncertain why.
I don't get, like, it feels like Elise could have taken care of that. Or one of them. Or actually, almost anybody else could have really used all of their help.
Feels like Hamish and Catalina might have been a good choice for that.
Don't even get me started.
So we'll get there.
Don't.
Darcy.
Well, they're too powerful. And Catalina's a dragon.
But she's not, like, in her dragon form when we see her next.
Which makes no sense.
It's fine. We'll get there. Darcy uses her phoenix power to bring down a dragon, and she, like, pulls the dragon from the sky, but her power gutters out. And that's when we first go, ooh.
And I guess we should say, too, the Dragon Guild and the Nymph Army are there behind Lionel.
Yeah.
Versus #Team Burrow.
Yeah. Burrow boys. Darcy sets her sights on Lavinia and literally burns her to the ground. She uses, like, all her phoenix fire to take her out. But wouldn't you know it, Lavinia, she made a shadow, so she's not dead. The shadows bring her back, and wouldn't you know, I was fucking right. Darcy's curse has been transforming her into the shadows and killing people. Okay, thank you. Couple of things here in this that happened late in this chapter. Darcy legitimately turns into a giant monster, hairy bear style monster, and the Imperial Star is now lost in the mud on the battlefield.
Hey, yeah, clocked that too. Who the fuck is gonna find that?
Right. Because
it rips off of her neck. Yeah. My next question is, how has that not already happened? Because she's already been in her #beast mode. Seems like a plot hole. That's all I'm saying.
You mean like in Phoenix? Like when she's flying?
No, I'm talking about in the burrows, when she's transformed in the burrows.
Well, but interesting, in the burrow, the way that they describe how she
like turns into shadows.
Into smoke. And that's how she, like, gets out under the door, and that's how
doesn't wake up Lance and whatever.
Sure. But yes, fair point, because she does
transform
into the
because somebody sees her.
Right. Well, and even before anybody sees her, in that first guard shack /
Yeah. Guard shack is crazy.
What is it called?
It's in, like, the barn.
A barn.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's gardens. That's why I was like guard shack. She does transform into the bear because she is
and
remembering
they see claw
now.
marks and
Yes. As soon as Lavinia tells her, she starts to remember. Mm-hmm. Chapter 60 is Tory's POV.
Well, now Darcy is fully in #beast mode,
and it can't be.
She can't shift out of it. She has lost.
She's just on a killing spree.
Yeah, she can't be stopped.
The rage takes over her,
and basically Lavinia tells Lance, "You better go stop her before she hurts somebody she loves." And that is, I mean, we can go, but, like, henceforth, the rest of the chapters are basically Lance trying to tame Darcy from hurting herself or somebody else.
Right. Chapter 60 is from Tory's POV. Tory is racking up the body count out here, but catches the sight of the big monster, who she doesn't know at this point is her sister, right? And beelines for it with a phoenix attack. Orion puts himself between Tory and the big bear and says, whoa, 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 that's Darcy, after Tory like nearly kills her. Orion decides he's going to lure Darcy away from the battle, and Tory now has to basically end the battle. It's all on her. Fucking Alejandro. He's back. He's the big ass nymph on the battlefield right now. And I would like Tory to deal with him expeditiously. Okay. Chapter 61, Geraldine.
Oh, sorry. Count. So now we've got Xavier wingless and bleeding out, and Darcy is now in #beast mode, uncontrollable beast mode, and basically Lance is out of the fight now too because he's
so
just trying to like save a team good guy from team good guy who has turned on them. So that's 3.
Right.
Go on.
And the boys are still...
Oh, right. And all the 3 of the heirs are
Still-
at Acrux Manor.
Yep.
So we've got 3 of Team Good Guy that are basically
down for the count.
down, and 3 are missing.
Yeah, we're not doing great. Chapter 61, Geraldine. Geraldine refuses to let Darcy go down, and she sprints into action. She gets between Darcy and Orion to make sure that Darcy doesn't kill her mate. She's like, I can't let you do that. I can't let you hurt your mate. And while she's trying to, she takes a big hit because Darcy, again, in beast mode, can't control herself. While she is trying to get herself together, she witnesses Mildred killing Angelica in her dragon form.
Boop.
And Geraldine is big old pissed now.
Okay. That's 4 members of Team Good Guy that are dead and or otherwise unavailable.
Unavailable is crazy. Chapter 62 from Seth's POV. We are back at Acrux Manor. Seth has a bright idea that he is going to play distraction and distract the nymphs so that the other boys can run over to Lance Orion's manor and get the binding needle. And is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Binding needle and by proxy some stardust, because if you'll remember, Lance's dad had that whole basement cupboard situation with all of the dark artifacts,
And where the family, the spares are feeding into a massive rift.
right?
So they're going to try to close
They're
this
going to
rift.
try and close it up. Yes. So Seth says, I've got a plan. I'm going to impersonate Lionel because
It's actually not a bad idea.
It's not. It's just.
But
it's
then
Seth.
right, and he leads him to a bathroom.
It's
Like, anyway. And
it
he
works
immediately
until
gets,
it doesn't.
and then he immediately gets busted.
And we leave this chapter with Seth running around Acrux Manor trying to evade the nymphs.
Okay.
Chapter 63 is Darcy's POV. Remember, she's in #beast mode. Orion and Jerry keep trying to get Darcy to come back to them. They're trying to make the connection. In one last attempt, Geraldine lures Darcy into a chasm, but Darcy beats Geraldine and kills her? Question mark? Okay. That was really hard for me. I didn't care for that chapter.
I audibly gasped when I read
I
that.
was just like, this can't be how this ends. Chapter 63 is...
We're up to team 5, just in case, again.
Thank you. Chapter 64 is from Tory's POV. We are still back at the Burrow battle. Gabriel drops in and tells Tory she needs to call a retreat or they will lose and the war will be over, essentially. We find out that Gabriel's family has been using their earth elementals to dig an escape route from the burrows. And Tory employs Hamish and Catalina to create a shield to buy time for the retreat. But Tory and Justin Masters decide they are going after Alejandro and Lionel.
Yay, Justin does something like
Sure.
He's not anything bad, but
he's
good,
not
yeah.
bad. He's just been a bit of a wet blanket. Chapter 65 is Max's POV. So we are now back to Acrux Manor, at Orion Manor. because remember, he and Caleb have run over to get the binding needle. They encounter Stella, who is Lance's mom, who is like, I have major regrets. I've done something terrible here. It was great until Lavinia came into the picture, which is a crazy thing to say. Max uses her powers to let them get through to the binding needle, and he ends up putting her to sleep with his powers, so she is no longer a problem. They jet back over to Acrux Manor. Caleb goes to work closing the rift, and Max goes to his dad, who warns him. But Seth howls, and Max is like, I've got to go to help him. Once inside, he's attacked and taken under the influence of the shadows. He is dragged outside where Caleb is, and Caleb get nicked basically by the nymphs, and that allows them to control them. And now they have Seth, Caleb, and Max, and they are all in Vard's shadow custody. That's where we leave them.
Okay, quick update. All the spares, Max, Seth, Caleb, Max's dad.
Yep.
And what other parent? Seth's mom. Is that right?
No. Seth's mom isn't there.
Okay. Two of the parents are hooked up, feeding I don't know why I'm visualizing it's in their wrists.
Because that's how I imagine it's like the black
They're
card
basically
where
feeding. Yep, they're feeding in
They're
to the rift. Right. Okay. You've got Geraldine is presumed dead.
Correct, on the battlefield.
Xavier is bleeding out. Darcy is in beast mode. Lance is on Darcy patrol.
Yep.
And we've lost Angelica. That's 10 players off the board.
It's the outlook is not good here. Chapter 66, we go back to Darius's POV, and we are back at the Burrow battle. Thank fuck Xavier and Jerry are still alive. Thank fuck.
They are alive, but quite literally. Geraldine barely.
Faint pulse.
Faint pulse, and Xavier is wingless, and I fear he's not. I don't think those grow back. I think that's one of the things that they talk about.
Hands.
Yeah, I'm really worried that he's never going to fly again.
Tyler and Sophia. So Tyler and Sophia are the ones that bring Geraldine and Xavier back
off
to
the battlefield, basically.
Back to the mouth of the cave. And they are ordered to take them back to the burrows and retreat because Darius can't heal them. Remember, you can't heal shadow wounds. So nobody can do anything to help them.
Or you can, but it just takes a lot of magic, and everybody's really fucking tapped.
Correct. There's nothing they can do on this battlefield to heal them. So Darius goes and decides he's going to go for his dad, which is breaking his will.
And we are also in Fae form. They're no longer in their dragon forms, which I think is...
I said they go Mortal Kombat mode. Mm-hmm. Darius almost has Lionel. Again. Until he lets it slip that he's married to Tory, and that seems to revive Lionel in some kind of way. He gets a little bit of a charge here because he says that no Acrux will ever kneel to a Vega. And he uses his shadow hand not his shadow hand. He uses a sun steel blade that he pulls from seemingly nowhere to kill Darius. He stabs him in the heart. And that's all I'm going to say about that because I would not like to expound upon that further here.
And that's number 11.
Right. Chapter 67 is Orion.
I'm sorry. Just
a moment of silence.
He's fucking dead, you guys. Like, he's dead.
It's in his heart.
He's not, he's dead.
And this is where I remind you that they said
now
that
he's
the
dead.
Phoenixes were not necromancers.
They did make a point to say that.
Correct.
He's dead. He's now broken his vow because he went. Well, no, he didn't because the vow was you can't go after him until the battle.
Big battle, right?
Which I guess technically is now. So I don't think he actually broke his star bond there.
But I'm not sure that the technicality is that it was like this was a surprise battle.
I know, but it's still the battle. I think that part he's probably safe. What he's not safe is he died, which he vowed basically not to die.
So which one outweighs the other is the question. He could be like a cat with 9 lives.
I don't fucking know. I don't know.
All right. Chapter 67 is from Orion's POV.
Somehow what happens here is almost more devastating.
This chapter is really hard. Orion manages to draw Darcy out by showing her memories of them. So he uses like the last bit of his magic essentially to project memories to try and bring her back to him. And it works for a little bit. She is back in her human form and she realizes that she is immortal.
Her literally human
rings the silver rings are no longer around her eyes. Her eyes are all black. And
she knows in her gut that she's immortal. She's
realizing
a mortal, not immortal.
She realizes what she did to Geraldine, and she can't live with herself, and essentially forces Lance to let her go.
I think she thinks that Geraldine is dead too.
Correct. Yes. Everybody on the battlefield, except for those who saw her, think she's dead. Lance loses his shit. And he is going for Lavinia. While on his quest for Lavinia, he spots Darius on the ground on this like little hill.
Can we pause really quickly? Before he sees him, there is something it's kind of a throwaway line, but I fear something's going to come of this. I'm not going to say goodbye to you and you're not going anywhere, I demanded. You'll have to summon the stars themselves to keep me away from you. He's telling this to Darcy. As if to answer my words, a meteor tears across the sky, a fallen star leaving a trail of glittering fire in its wake as it streaked overhead towards the mountains and collided with the side of one, sending a tremor rocking through the earth.
And he asks her to meet her.
To meet me tomorrow
at the crater
where this happened. What is that?
Well, we know that isn't that how
Stardust is made?
Correct.
But there's not a dragon there to make it because the meteor's got to hit and then it's got to be dragon fired. So unless there's a dragon up there that we don't know about, which maybe, but like seems like a weird, I don't know.
Yes, thank you for pointing that out.
I think that's important, and I'm guessing it will come back later and somehow be a pertinent ingredient to some potion or something that we're going to need.
Yeah. As well as their tears or something.
Sure.
So Lance goes on his hunt for Lavinia. He finds Darius's body with the Sunsteel blade in it, and it's tragic. It is heartbreaking. Lance goes on to find Lavinia, and despite landing some sick blows, he finds that she can't be killed because, as we know, her shadows will heal her. He ends up striking a deal to be willingly Lavinia's in whatever way she wants him to be, whether that's torture, to fuck him, etc., for 3 moon cycles. And after that time, Lavinia will cure Darcy. But just because she's cured of
release of her curse or whatever. Yeah.
Just because she's cured of this curse and is no longer in beast form, that doesn't mean that she is going to be a fae again.
Does it? We don't know.
We don't know.
You're right.
It was not worded in there, and I would have worded it. I would have worded it a little stronger here.
Yeah, I'm also confused too because he says something about, well, we're mates. It doesn't matter if you've taken away the rings in our eyes, whatever. And he says she will want me no matter what. And she goes, will she? So what is she going to do to him that would make him unlovable in Darcy's eyes?
Well, I think part of that too is if she's no longer fae,
they can't.
Their mating bond doesn't work, right?
Right.
They're no longer Elysian mates. We know, we've heard we've heard it referenced in past text that she would have to go back to the mortal world.
Right. And Fae can't stay in the mortal world too long or they get sick.
Right. So I think that it's less about maybe what she's going to do to him and more that maybe her feelings won't be the same because she's no longer Fae.
No, that can't be. No.
So then I'm like, is there a way to make her Fae again? That's why I think that the wording of the bond or the deal was not.
Also, only 3 months.
So what is 3 months? Like, what happens in 3 months?
What is she gonna fucking do to him? Is she gonna have spawn more shadow babies? That's my fear.
Gross.
That's what I'm worried about.
Fucking foul.
No, I know. She's definitely gonna.
I don't know why she would want him though, because he's not a king, and she needs a king.
It's more about taking something from the Vegas, as we find out. It's more about punishing the Vegas than anything.
Chapter 68 is from Catalina's POV.
Oh, and one last thing. I do think it's important too. He says, you're going to make a death deal. If you don't hold this up, you die. And he goes, can you even die? And she goes, all beings can die.
Yeah.
So there is a way to kill her.
100%. We just haven't gotten there yet.
What the fuck is it? What is it going to take? My God.
Well, we know that they're not going to be able to close this shadow realm currently or the rift rather, at Acrex Manor. So how long before we can resolve that? And then I think that she does become, like, that's been the theory all along. We close all of these rifts, which we know we closed, let's call it 95% of them or 99% of them.
Yeah, but the big one is still open.
But she felt it. She knew.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I don't know. Chapter 68 is from Catalina's POV, and we go from one depressing chapter to another.
Brutal.
Catalina and Hamish are holding the air shield to allow the rebels to retreat.
I don't even want to read
They
it again.
see Tyler and Sophia approaching with the nymphs at their heels.
Yeah, because they both think that all of their kids are dead.
Right. Catalina can see Xavier
Well, she can now, but they're standing there. They are
like draped over a horse, essentially, a Pegasus. And Hamish sees Jerry, and Catalina sees Xavier. And so they use their earth magic then to try and create a chasm for the nymphs to fall into, and buying time for Tyler to get to him. This is so heart-wrenching. They know that they have to hold the shield as long as possible to give the good guys time to retreat and get the kids inside. And so they look at each other and they say their goodbyes and their I love yous. And Lionel, of course, is approaching and says some shitty shit. And they commit suicide together.
Yeah, because she says, I will not go back.
I will never allow you to control me
captured
again.
by him again.
Hamish says, where you go, I go.
Oh my God.
And
that was fucking devastating.
They go to infinity and beyond.
And that's 12 and 13. Just in case
we're not done yet. We still have a couple of chapters, okay? Chapter 69 is from Tory's POV. Justin Masters is still there fighting side by side with her. Good on him. But he gets really fucking close to getting got, and Tory says, I'm so sorry, but you gotta go. She creates some earth magic vines, and it's like a vine parachute, and sends him off into the abyss. She finally kills Alejandro here, and thank fuck we have at least gotten one nymph baddie down.
I mean,
it's something. I'm taking something.
Sure.
Chapter 70 is Gabriel.
This is fucking devastating too.
Gabriel intercepts Tyler and Sophia and such in the tunnels. He sends them on, not being able to see the fates of the family still above, the family being Team Good Guy, and Catalina and Hamish. The only one he can see is Tory. He gets a vision of Lionel killing her as she discovers Darius's body, and he leaps into action. He's almost out of the tunnels to the surface when Lionel intercepts him and captures him and makes him his new seer. Gabriel sends his last vision of guidance out into the ether, as he describes it, with the hope that Tory will find it and unravel the message.
Why do we have to make it hard for her to understand? Can we not just fucking tell her?
Katie? I don't know.
Just a thought.
I don't know.
I'm just wondering. Do we know what he sent her? We don't, do we?
We get it at the end.
Yeah, but
we don't at this point.
Okay,
no.
yeah.
So chapter 71 is the last chapter in this book. It is from Tory's POV. Torius finds Darius's body, and she is overcome with grief, as you can imagine. She wields some sort of ancient-ass magic with their blood and creates what I'm calling a phoenix supernova to kill all the remaining nymphs on the battlefield. And then on page 942, the last stanzas of the book is what I believe to be Gabriel's message to her that she has to unravel. It says, when all hope is lost and the darkest night descends, remember the promises that bind. When the dove bleeds for love, the shadow will meet the warrior. A hound will bay for vengeance where the rift drinks deep. One chance awaits. The king may fall on the day the hydra bellows in a spiteful palace. Okay. The hound that bays for vengeance where the rift drinks deep. That's going to be Seth at A Crux Manor, you think? You don't know.
I think it's at A Crux Manor.
Okay.
I don't know who the hound is referring to. I guess it would be Caleb.
Okay. When the dove bleeds
Caleb. Seth is what I meant. Sorry.
Did I say Caleb?
I said Caleb.
Okay. Seth.
Seth.
When the dove bleeds for love, the shadow will meet the warrior. So the shadow meeting the warrior. Is that going to be Tory?
Well, the warrior is that, well, no, I guess it would have been Hunter, not
Is
warrior.
Orion,
That's
yeah.
Orion. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The shadow will meet the warrior. I'm guessing that's going to be Lavinia x Tory.
I guess.
But
I think shadow would be capitalized.
I don't know. The king may fall on the day the hydra, who's a hydra?
Hail. Vega.
Bellows in a spiteful palace. The spiteful palace feels like it's the lost souls because that would be a spite to,
I guess.
the king.
And the palace is being spiteful towards Lionel right now because it's not opening up all the doors.
Right.
I don't know.
So the only other, did you read the bonus chapter?
I did not.
Oh, I read the bonus chapter, which after finishing that really emotional section, it bounces back to when Max and Darius, it is from Darius's POV, when Max and Darius close the rift with the binding needle and they encounter the slugs.
Yeah.
And I was just, I was experiencing a little whiplash here.
Yeah.
Nothing of really any note happens there, but it's a bit of a hee hee ha ha. So here's the thing. What happens now? Where are we going to go to regroup? Like, where are they going to go? Because seemingly
The burrows are gone.
the burrows, they're even if they could go back to the burrows,
they know
can't.
where it is now.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, so here's the thing. Team Good Guy is maybe in the worst position that they've quite literally ever been in.
100%.
And I am struggling to understand how we really finagle our way out because Team Good Guy just took some massive, massive, massive L's.
Yeah.
And the only win, if we even want to say that, from this battle was Alejandro was killed. And sorry, that's not enough.
Well, okay. May I?
What other win did we have?
We did.
We
it's
lost
not
the Imperial Star.
It's not a W, but we do know that Lavinia can't be killed by our weapons. So that is a futile effort. Like, don't waste time on going after her with a
Phoenix
sword
Fire.
or Phoenix Fire, right?
Sure.
So we've a process of elimination, I guess. That is something. W is Jerry's. Jerry and Xavier are not dead. While Xavier may not be helpful to us at the current juncture, and neither is Jerry, they're at least not dead.
Do you think that he will regrow his wings?
I'm uncertain. I kind of think he can be healed because we know if you are in your Fae form and your hands are cut off, that you can no longer cast. I just don't know if that translates when you're in your animal form.
Well, we know that wings can be healed, right? Because Gabriel's wings are badly broken in
Sure.
Ruthless Boys at one point, and they're healed, but they're not ripped completely off. So I don't know. I'm wondering if we're gonna have some cool, like, someone builds him like wings or something,
maybe,
or I don't know. But I think they don't grow back, because he is devastated when they're ripped off, which is giving to me that they're not coming back.
Or like maybe he saddles up and rides Tyler into battle.
Sure, maybe, or Sophia or whatever, and like that's how they fight going forward.
Or he becomes a dragon rider. I don't know.
Sure.
Like, not that we have one of those right now, but
so we've lost
more than we gained.
We lost a lot more than we gained in this fight. And I know that the Team Good Guy did not choose this as like the battle time. The battle was kind of brought to them.
Thrust upon
But the heirs were so fucking stupid. They walked right into a trap again.
And it's what shifted the tides, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to say that they don't still get their ass kicked, but like, I feel pretty confident that like maybe we don't lose everybody that we do.
Yeah, and it's tough because Gabriel couldn't see either of these scenarios playing out because both fronts, enemy fronts, were hidden by the shadows. So he can't see anything.
And Gabriel, so we've lost Gabriel now too,
because he's
which
now
is
Royal
interesting
Seer.
Because when we read Ruthless Boys and it does the epilogue at the end, boy, this whole time of Gabriel being MIA or missing in action is not mentioned.
Right, because we see their child grown up.
And we go through like 5 years later, 10 years later, whatever, we get all these big time hops, and there's nary a mention of Gabe and I hate to be that person, but like we know that he survives, right? Because we see him way in the future.
Right.
So I don't feel any like danger about Gabriel. And also, frankly, Gabriel is too useful, important to kill off for either side. Like, like they're not gonna kill him off because he's way too fucking powerful. They need him.
He's a plot device here, right? Because he's giving us the breadcrumbs.
Right. So,
So we know that in the tandem read that the novella 8.5 is beyond the veil.
Novella is crazy. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a full ass book.
It's a full ass book, but sure.
We know that is beyond the veil. So I am guessing that we're going to get a lot of Darius POVs.
Did you look at the breakdown?
I didn't.
I wish I hadn't. I didn't realize what I was looking at until it was too late.
Sure.
Because I thought it was just going to be chapter numbers, but it's chapter number and name of POV. So Beyond the Veil kind of says it itself. We're getting some people that are no longer with us. So we are going to do the tandem read. It's going to be fine. It's going to be good. And but having said that, I do think, and we'll discuss offline and like have a definitive answer for you guys. We may need to do 3 parts. It's just so many pages.
Okay.
It's just a lot.
Listen,
it's just a lot.
I feel you.
So I think that might be, we'll be back with more details on socials for that in the next couple of days. But
you're gonna start it and see how you
I need to see like how this goes, because this might be and next week is the 4th of July. Team Trope is closed for the 4th. So I am going on a vacation with my family. So I will have some reading time, but I also will be with my family. So I'm not going to be able to just sit and pound pages.
Whatever do you mean?
I know. And you are not going on vacation next week, so you are still working. Corporate worky. But anyway, all that to say, that was fucking brutal.
Yeah, it's not, we're not looking great. Team Good Guy is not looking great right now.
I am really, really worried about Lance and Tory. They are physically okay, it seems. Emotionally, no. We don't recover from this for quite some time. Lance and Darcy, they just got their Elysian rings, and then it is taken from us immediately. That is diabolical.
It's
That to me is worse than Darius dying. Because listen, Darius is coming back. Like you can't tell me that we don't figure out a workaround to get him back, based on your very astute observation earlier, by the way. So to me, this is a non sequitur. He's coming back. I'm not even worried about that. If they don't fucking get their rings back, I'm going to be fucking furious. And I don't think that Tory and Darius get their Elysian mate rings back. I think that ship has sailed and that's over. I am sick about Lance and Darcy. Sick. 7 books we have waited for this. And we get it for all of 3 chapters. It's disgusting.
I'm shocked by nothing at this point.
And we should have known that Darius was going to go the minute that Tory goes, fuck it, let's get married. I'm like, oh, he's dead right now. We're not making it till Christmas. It's over.
Darius is not dead to me. I mean, I know he's dead, but he's not
dead.
He's
dead. Okay, where are we at in the year? Because it's not Christmas. Where are we?
I think that we must be in like October.
That's what I was thinking.
I think.
Okay, that was kind of what I was thinking too. Hamish and Catalina.
That is a huge
fucking loss. Like big loss.
And when Geraldine wakes up,
oh, she's going to be inconsolable.
She's not going to be okay.
No. And sorry, Xavier just lost all of his family. He just lost them all.
Yeah.
His mom and his brother in one fell swoop.
So I think that it's going to be pretty depressing for the first bit.
Oh, I think
yes. Of book 8.
Well, the thing is, book 8, I have to assume Darius is not there.
Yeah.
Like he's not.
That's why we have novella of Beyond the Veil.
Correct.
And I wonder if we resurrect him at the end of 8 or beginning of 9.
Maybe. And what are we going to do about the heir situation? Not that it really matters, I guess, at this point, but is Xavier going to be an heir now? The heirs are going to fucking die when they find out that Darius is dead. And how long are they at Acrux Manor? How the fuck are we getting them out?
You're asking a lot of great questions that I don't know the answer to, Catherine.
Well, I think it's time for Francesca. I think it's time for Caleb's mom. And I think it's time for some of the inner circle on the other team to start doing some shit.
Where is Caleb's mom? And how did
and why are
Lionel
they not
find out that she had this super secret diary?
Right.
So I am wondering if Caleb's mom is under, like, Francesca has had to use her Cyclops ability on her.
Oh my God.
That is what I'm wondering.
Okay, I have to go.
Okay.
This is where I part ways with you guys, but I'm fucking sick.
So if you've made it this far in today's episode, we would really, 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 really love it if you dropped. Is there a witch hat emoji?
I was gonna say the vomit emoji. I'm sick.
Oh, okay. The vomit emoji. Cute. Can't wait for Tommy to go through those comments.
Love it.
Love it. Drop a vomit emoji in the comment section. Per the usual, you can find us across all platforms at The Story Is Pod on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Apple Music. What am I missing? YouTube, obviously, if you're watching us.
Hey.
You're here. Please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. We would love to have more of you here with us. And if you would like to follow Katie on her personal adventure next week,
you can follow me at That's Katie Mitchell.
And if you would like to see my super fun and exciting updates, I am at 8ace8 on Instagram. And on that note,
go read your book.